Good morning, everyone. This is Quant, and today I bring you a stock which is called Keel. Keel Infrastructure Corp basically was the Bitfarms. Their name was Bitfarms, and right now it is priced at around 3.95. Why I am presenting this stock? I have been talking a lot of the hyperscaler stock. I talked about Iron, Nebius, Wolf, and there are so other things. But this, why it comes to my mind is because it's already a Bitcoin miner and they are turning into AI powered landlord. And that's with all of these Bitcoin miner stocks because they have the land, they have multiple GPUs. Just they are pivoting from mining Bitcoin to providing AI infra to all of the bigger players. Claude needs it, and OpenAI needs it. There are so many other folks who needs it. And what is the catalyst? Tomorrow is the catalyst that earnings are going to be there in the pre-markets. But let's look at the snapshot. Snapshot, you see that the revenue is kind of going up at around 230 million, which is 72% year on year. Their net income is kind of negative, which is minus 284.5 million. They did not have a good year last year. But in terms of EBITDA, they still have some cash, like 18.4 million. But the cash liquidity, if we see, and the long-term debt to see, that is kind of conservative because they have 520 million in cash, so they are not running out of business, and their long-term debt is also not significant, which is at 50.8 million. So if we talk about the price to sales, price to book, they are also not above 10. So it's kind of okay because these are the hyperscaler stocks that we are talking about. But the average volume and the beta is also kind of conservative over here. The beta is 2.92. For all of the hyperscalers, you can see that how Nebius and Iron are going crazy, right? But Bitfarms is still consolidating with their average volume of 31.2 million. So it's about to break out. That's what my thesis says. But again, like I'm showing the same thing that how Bitcoin mining has been rebranding into HPC AI landlords because of the GPUs. But again, the power is the bottleneck, and that's what we are going to talk about. Like they have a 2.2 gigawatts pipeline which is coming in. Right now, they're at 341 megawatts capacity, which is kind of still less what they are projecting. They are projecting that 430 megawatts is a secured future supply, which is like 1x of what they are. This, which is like more than what they have. So they're going to double it. But by 2028, they are saying it's going to be 2.2 gigawatts, and that's what they have. Like you can see the different regions and locations, what they are saying over here. But looking into again the fundamentals, where the build is, where the bleed is, they have been bleeding out. Like net loss is minus 284. They still have 520 million in their balance sheet, but still that is kind of concerning. But what they have said is that is most to depreciation and the Bitcoin architecture that they have been using. So they are kind of moving towards the AI hardware. So they needed a lot of resources for that. So that's what they have said previously. Um, I hope like the net income would not be so much negative compared to what it was for the previous year. But yeah, so that's what my concern is over here. On the quant read, if you see the my algo says that the momentum kind of exists, the volatility is high, and it is a growth stock. But the quality and profitability expected is kind of low because the stock has been in the last 30 days, it's already up 94%. But the liquidity is still huge. That means a lot of players have been buying, whether it's hedge funds, retail investors, or any other players. Um, so these are some of the things that you should know, that the daily volatility would be around like 10%, but the max drawdown for 1 year is 71. So that's why the profitability aspect you see is kind of less, but the realized volume is so high. So if you hold it for a longer term, I feel you can get more value rather than a drawdown if you do it. But how do you assign what is a bear, what is a bull, and which is the pivot that I'm looking at? The upside is 7.50. I would say that 4.2 would be the first place where it should reach. Tomorrow earning is going to give you a lot of clarity pre-market. So once the earnings are good, wait for 5 days at least for the earnings to kind of cool down. If the earnings are bad or if the earnings are good, those would be reflected in the first day, and people buy it at the very top or at the very bottom, and then it kind of goes there. So just wait. That's what my say is. But the bear is If you have like 1.8, if you see the prices coming down, you should definitely get out of the stock. You should not keep on holding a stock. You should not marry a stock. That's what I would say. But the catalyst tape that you have is significant Q1 earnings. Then you have to look into permit conversions. They are saying that what they have currently have, their future is more, which is like 1x more. So they are doubling. You should be looking at first lease signing, because if these kind of good things are not coming in, whatever they thought about the future is not happening unless these deals you see and is coming out in the news. So bull bears, we need to be honest with ourselves. Unless we see the news, if you hold the stock, you need to follow the news. If the news is not coming, something is wrong, so people are going to sell. So every sign in capacity, everything will fuel in more to the fire. So that's where the bulls are in the bear cases. If their annual cash burn rate does not stop to 26 million, they have 2 years to run. That much cash they have. Otherwise, they will again liquidate the shareholders with warrants. Um, so that's my whole theory. These are long dated power grid options. The AI needs the juice, and these uh, Bitcoin miners have the juice to kind of keep them flowing. So that's why both of them, it's kind of a symbiotic relationship that these are forming. And I hope this helps everyone. Here's my X page. Follow me on X. I have YouTube and everything. And thank you everyone for watching this video.